Hey guys, my name is Crystal Olisa. Thank you so much for dropping by. Be sure to subscribe for more great content. We are outside because today's video is going to be a very chill one. So I really hope you can hear me over all this wind. But yeah, today I thought since I am about to leave town for December, I'm not really gonna be around. I'm gonna be around partially and then like not. So yeah, I just thought it would be interesting to do the renovation plan so I can actually like walk you through the house and show you the things that I'm planning to change, like walk you through my ideas for this house, because this is what I had intended to do initially in the first like walkthrough video, but we didn't have time to do a talk through. So today, since I do have the time, and since actually I thought I'd have visitors yesterday and they postponed to next weekend, but then like I got my house pristine and I don't know how long I can keep it this clean, so I'm like might as well show it to you today. Yes, I'm sitting down just so you can get a proper view of how tall that tree is, because it literally is ridiculous. Avocados falling everywhere, which is like heaven for some people. I don't really care, but yeah, I'm just going to be walking you through this house and showing you the things that I plan to change. So this isn't, I'm not going to call this a house tour because you've already seen the house, like you've already seen the state of the house. This is sort of more of how I live in this house, the things that are working for me, the things that are not. Clearly by these ropes you can see that these plants are low-key not working for me, but then I'm like trying to make them work. So hopefully we can get everything sorted in the new year. But yeah, I'm just gonna begin the video. Okay, so the sun keeps coming in and out and there's really no way to avoid that, so hopefully it doesn't affect the quality too much. I'm not going to do too much of the outside just because it is like a more public area, but yeah, I just wanted to show you the fence. So I mentioned in the last video that the people who came to cut the fence did a really poor job and I was very upset about it. But you can see from like up here the arch, remember how it was all like full of flowers and just life and like hanging down and so beautiful, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah, this is looking pretty dead right now, but hopefully it will rain enough to where it grows back significantly. So that's one of the things. I know from a distance it doesn't look too bad, but up close and personal, like I can literally see into my neighbor's compound, and that's just not okay, you know. Like I feel like when you're in your compound you have a reasonable right to expect privacy, but then like we can literally just like peep right through, and that's not okay. Like why would you cut a fence to this point when it was like luscious and beautiful and full before? So this is an up close look. For those who are saying that it's not looking too bad, these are the holes, these are the gaps that they've left in the fence, and it's like all round. So even on this other side, the light is a little bit harsh, so hopefully I can get it through. But you can see that yes, we have fences, but when they cut it, they literally just leave branches. They don't leave you with any sort of greenery. And that is a problem, because now clear as day I can literally see people on the street, and that is not okay. I don't even know what happened in this section. Like I feel like I've learned a very hard lesson that you don't just trust people because they claim this is their profession. So I am never letting them into my compound again. They are never cutting my fence again. I have complained to the management, so hopefully the outside fence will be cut with a bit more care. But I'm really not optimistic about that, just because literally 2 days ago that fence over there looked as beautiful as that fence over there. You see how like beautiful and full and luscious that is? But the second those people get their shears to that, this will look just as horrible as the rest of our fences, and I should not be able to stand in my compound and see into someone else's compound. Like I just feel like that's common sense, but it's just not quite being passed on to the people who are doing this work. So yeah, I am buying shears and I am going to be doing my own gardening. But in the meantime, all the red flowers from here are gone, but I'm seeing them like regrowing here, which is giving me hope. I'm really excited for them to come back. I have been watering them myself, so I'm also trying to take care of this skooma situation here, though I have no idea like how to start this. Like I wish I could start this along the edges so that it can be growing over there. Sorry, the sun is just ridiculously bright, so there's no real way to avoid the super dark spot. But I do want to turn this area into a very green area. So with all these leaves I need to buy a rake so I can actually be like getting them out, and then I want to plant more skooma and more, like I want to have like a proper garden, but not on the entire place. So on this stony place right here, I want to put like fake grass all through and have it go all the way until the tree line, and then have like real plants growing along the edges. So yeah, hopefully I can figure out how to get that done because I've never actually exercised my green thumb, so we shall find out together if I have one. I still haven't sat in this chair. On the other side, the ground wasn't level, so I wasn't able to enjoy this chair. And on this side, I just feel like with all this trash over here, I'm not quite feeling it yet. You can see in the corner there, the beer bottle that was here when I moved in is literally still sitting there, just like mocking me. But I don't have it in me to start trying to clean this front area. So one thing I've realized is really important to me that wasn't even on the immediate like projects list, but is definitely on it now, is that I want to remove this wall. So I want to put a sliding door on this wall just so they can have like indoor outdoor access. Yes, I can be walking all the way from like inside the house to the outside, but it is a lot more cumbersome. So even when I want to get some sun, I find it a lot easier to just go to the back area, like go to the kitchen and get sun from there versus like coming here to the front. And I don't want this front area to just like go to waste completely, you know. So I do want to get fake grass, more outdoor furniture, real vegetable planting along the edges, and turn this wall into a door so that I can easily like step out and just have a moment, right? Also, these plants have been scratching up my car quite a bit, so it has been making things a little bit cumbersome when I want to drive in. You can see today I have pushed the car all the way forward because I realized I can push it further forward and still have room to walk at the front and at the back, so that is working easier for me. But I have also pulled these plants towards the fence over there, just hoping that I can redirect their growth in that direction. Then maybe they won't be so much in the parking and like so much in the way. But I want them to grow in that direction because I don't want it to like prevent me from being able to like use the parking. So yeah, that section, I've told you my plans with that. I also actually want to get like fake plants and have them embedded into the fence just because I want roses, but I don't think I have it in me to like actually grow a rose bush. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with fake ones for now, and hopefully they'll be able to like fill in the gap. So like even on this side of the fence, I do want to fill in the bigger spots with like little clumps of roses, and I feel like when I come outside and I see that, it will make me happy and it will give us a bit more privacy versus just waiting for the fence to like keep growing and like really fill in those spots. So because I am the one who's going to be maintaining the inside part, I'm not concerned that someone's gonna cut away my fake roses, but at the same time I will need quite a few of those fake roses. Also, this time I covered up my number plate. I hope everyone's happy now. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna gradually invest in the fake roses because you can see there is a chain link fence in between here, so there is somewhere for the fake roses to hold on to. And yeah, it'll just make me happy when I come outside, and then I'll just wait patiently for this to grow back because this was so beautiful. I would literally rather have my place looking like that than what it looks like now, but again, it is all a learning process. Hopefully you can't actually see my neighbor's house numbers because that would expose me completely. But yeah, it is all just a learning process. Thank God I still have my tree. They didn't mess with that, so yeah, I will just be handling that myself. My sugarcane plant, I actually ate one of them. It was so delicious. So I'm really excited for these other ones to like keep growing. We'll try to learn more about them in the new year. Not a project I'm willing to take on today, but yeah, pretty exciting. I know that in the picture it wasn't clear, but this is literally what the problem is. They keep cutting it back so much that it doesn't even get a chance to grow properly. So I just don't want this area touched at all. I want to see how it grows in before I decide on like a more permanent solution. So I almost moved on into the house before showing you like the most important plan yet. I want more privacy with this gate. I am actually enjoying it because right now, I don't know if you can see, but the curtain to the second bedroom is like a little bit open because when I'm in the master and the door is open to that room, I'm able to see straight out here in case I'm expecting someone and they knock, and I can like come and open it for them. But what I've realized is the norm here is that if you're expecting someone, you leave this gate open and they come and they knock on that closed barrier. So that's what's been happening, and it's really not that big a deal just because no one's gonna like lift my car when I'm here. So I feel relatively safe doing that, but I do want to add like grass panels right over here just to like block off this view, though I am enjoying being able to like peep through the window and just see whoever is knocking. And I just it's sort of like a balance. It's a give and take, but I am willing to give that up in favor of having grass panels just to have a bit more green. And then I'm gonna like stick on, because it will be fake grass panels obviously, and I will be sticking on the flowers there as well, just so that we can add more green and more flowers and like more whimsy to this outdoor area. So yeah, really excited to be doing that. And I don't think that should be too expensive a project, especially because I can be doing like one half at a time. So yeah, that's something I am looking forward to. Now we can go inside. So I will want to smooth out the outside. Like I don't know if you can tell, but my neighbor has sort of recolored their outside, so you can see the difference between their shade of brick and like everyone else's shade of brick. So they have done something to their outside. I want mine to be white just because I like white houses, but at the same time I feel like that's more work than it's worth, because it doesn't directly impact anything. So I'd rather remove this wall, put in a door, put in a sliding door, and focus on like outside painting later. So now we can go inside. Okay, so now I have a mat here just for people to clean off their shoes before they come in. This place is just getting painted white. It is my landing area, mudroom like situation. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking like a console table here, but I do want somewhere for people to sit and like put on their shoes and take them off. I do want to have like shelving for shoes so that I can have indoor shoes out here for all my guests to put on. But those are all future plans. Right now I'm not having any guests with Rona. We're not having any guests, so it doesn't really matter. Ceilings are super high. I didn't get a chance to mention it in the walkthrough video just because I wasn't talking, but these ceilings are ridiculous. This is literally my height, and you can see how much higher it goes. It's literally, I am 5 feet. It's probably like 10 or 12 foot ceilings, and that is so crazy. There is a bit of a step down here, so they are extra high in this mudroom, and I love it. So this wall leads to the guest bathroom and toilet. Up there is to the loft. So I was told that if I want to add loft water storage, I do have to remove here and like have it go in through here. So it's a bit more of a process than I had expected, but it is a conversation I am having in the new year. I actually genuinely really love it. The only thing is I wish when we're replacing it, like we might as well have cut it open and like made the door bigger. And I'm thinking about replacing these panels with glass panels just so that we can like have more light let into the house, since there's really no point in not having them there. But that's not that's not an emergency. That's not an immediate plan. I have no idea how much this will all cost. So for some of the things I do have quotations, for some of them I don't. For this I do not, but it is definitely something on my mind. I like this outside pattern, but on the inside it doesn't have a pattern. So I'm also thinking of putting like stained glass there, maybe. I don't know, I think it could be pretty, but I don't know. It's just, it's a thought. But now we can go inside. So this is an overview of the house from the door. That's the living area. This is what's supposed to be the dining area, my coffee station that I am obsessed with, and that is the corridor. So I'm just going to go right over there and we can talk through the plans. So this is the first wall. I have just turned on the lights just so that you can actually see everything clearly. The place does get enough light, but not like too much light, so it's not like super bright. But I feel like once I open up this wall, that's gonna change significantly as well. So you can see there is quite a bit of chunk of wall to be removed. The window is huge and big and beautiful. It lets in more than enough natural light for like normal day-to-day things. But for filming, I definitely do have to put on the lights. So I would love my sliding door to start ideally right at this corner and end before the sitting area of this couch. So not too much wall to go down, so hopefully it doesn't cost too much money. But at the same time, I don't want the roof to collapse, so I do have to have like a proper professional doing this outside part, just because we don't want to like take any chances and have accidents happen, you know. Then it will be so much easier for me to just go outside and actually enjoy the outdoor area. So imagine this place with like fake grass going all the way through, like proper seating and this rocking chair and like a bigger swing chair. Like it will be really chill, and that's exactly what I want. But so far so good. So the only thing that I actually have added to this place is this little table. This wasn't with me in Lower Kabete. This is the only piece of furniture I have bought for this new house, so I'm actually making an effort to not crowd it too much. This table was my grandparents, and when I went to visit them I saw it and I loved it, and I really wanted it to like come here and be my coffee table. But because the TV is so low, when I have it here it blocks the view to the TV, so there's really no point. So I thought I'd just have it on the side as like a side table. Then when I have guests, it moves to the center because it is 2 layers. So on top I keep my serving dishes, and underneath I keep my serving plates. I do keep a bin in literally every room that I frequent in the house, just because I'm not the type of person that will be bothered to take my trash into another room just for the sake of neatness. So to make it easier on myself, I thought I might as well just keep a little bin in every room, and it is one of these round wicker baskets that I picked up in Malindi. That's what I'm using because it is dry dirt, so I'm not concerned about it rotting. So with this piece of furniture, as well as a chair, as well as this TV console, even though it isn't staying here, the color that I want to go with, like the wood color, is this brown on the basket. It's sort of like a beachy driftwood type of brown, not like a dark brown, not like a solid brown like that. Like, it's just very light and like ashy almost. So I am going to be restaining those, like stripping away this dark color and like redoing it. But that again is a long-term plan, just because everything is functional right now, especially until I can get the painting done. I'm not really in a hurry to work on the furniture because the paint is the biggest thing. Like, once I have the backdrop set, then everything else that goes with it will make more sense. So yeah, for now I'm pretty happy with this. I do love this candle. If you're a candle person like me, definitely check it out. This is Pineapple Mango Bed Bath and Beyond, I think it is. Yeah, it just makes the house smell so good, and I have it here and open because even when it's not burning, it still makes the room smell really good. So really happy about that. So this is the current setup that I have. I'm currently sitting on the rocking chair just to show you. Yeah, so this is the square thing that was in my room in Lokabete. I thought might as well use it as wall art, turn it around, have it be like a diamond thing. I don't know. Yeah, since I wasn't making use of most of the other things, I decided to just throw them up on this wall. There are so many nails that I thought I might as well try to make use of them before I put in new holes for new nails, especially after the painting is done. I definitely won't want to do that. So if I can experiment now before everything is fixed up, then the better, right? So pretty happy with the way this has turned out. I love that my little artwork has found a home here. Absolutely obsessed with that. I actually like how spread out everything is, because this is making me feel low-key minimalist, because this is as little furniture as I will ever be okay with having here. This is a functional piece as well, just because if I need more room for storing serving dishes or storing the things that I'm like the food when I'm having guests, because my grandparents are going to be visiting again, and my aunt and uncle and their son and a friend is going to be coming for lunch. So whenever I want to like serve a bunch of people, I definitely just need everything at my disposal. So yeah, this is very useful. This is never leaving here, never going away. I have all my cables and whatever on that lower level. I have my giant plant that I got on Nairobi Export Marketplace, still obsessed with that. And I had actually gotten that basket for that plant, but then I realized I kind of like that color thing that it has going on over there. So I'm just going to leave that there and have that one hold my blankets. This area definitely needs a dining table of some sort, but dining tables are so unnecessarily expensive. So I am not in a hurry to do that, especially because I can actually remove that whole wall and put in an island for the cost of a dining table. So I think an island is definitely a bigger priority for me. This carpet, the reason I was so excited about the one that I found at Naivas is because it's so much bigger. So it would actually take up a lot more space. So I do want to get like a proper fitting carpet for this area. But for now, this diamond one is good. And also, when you guys were voting among the 5 carpets, which ones you preferred for the sitting room, everyone voted for this one. So it kind of makes sense that I put it here, because the fluffy one is still dirty, still haven't cleaned it, not really planning to anytime soon. So I'm pretty happy with this setup as it is right now. Everything's good. So one change that I will be making in this house in the near future is that, because like the furniture and whatever, that's all distant future things, like after I've painted and like when I'm really settling into this place, you know. But like this couch, I love my couch, and when you come up close, it actually is really big and really spacious, and like everyone fits comfortably, right? But now that I have more space, I have an opportunity to make it bigger. So I'm thinking that I want to take this armchair and move it on this side. So this chair will come out here, the table will just like come out. Yeah, so this comes all the way to the wall, and I add seating here, so it's like a longer L on the side. This L remains the same, and then this poof comes on this side, and it becomes a makeshift U chair versus just changing everything to make it an actual genuine U chair, because I feel like that will just take up too much space. and I do find myself sitting on this side most of the time just because of the armrest. Very, very comfortable, versus on that side where the armrest is a little bit too high. So yeah, I think I will be extending that in the early next year, but then like I'm not in a hurry because I want to restuff it and just make it a lot more comfortable, change the color, change all of that. But I can only change a color once the color on the wall has changed. So I will tell you that this little section will be navy, the rest of the house will be white. Like the primary color will be white with a few pops of color. So navy over here, and I'm thinking of doing like the oval, half oval shape over here, but I haven't decided on a color yet. I'm thinking something tan, maybe like this lampshade, but then like lighter or darker. Like I keep changing my mind. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But repainting is definitely in the books, and once I have repainted, then I can decide on material, then I can extend the couch, get that new section in the right material, and then have the rest of the couch follow. Okay, also you can see like some of these baseboards have been completely eaten through, so I definitely need to do something about that. But that's sort of a problem I'm willing to take on when I do the floors, because I will be getting probably laminate, like the snap flooring at some point, but that's just not, it's not a priority, it's not an emergency, so I'm good with that. Also, light fixtures, they make such a huge difference, but again, it's not a priority. I have bigger things to worry about. So I can get a light fixture for 10,000 shillings, or I can paint for 17,000, and I feel like it's a bit of a no-brainer. So yeah, really excited to paint. So on this side, I have created a coffee station. I did have an extension cable coming from the socket over here all the way there, and then I went and I blew it, experimenting with things in the kitchen. So yeah, whenever I need hot water, I do have to move this over here, but I'm okay with this for now because more often than not I'm drinking milk tea anyway. But yeah, pretty happy with the way this has turned out. This is that brown carpet from that video, and I'm absolutely obsessed with how contrasty it looks. Also, I do tend to keep a bottle, like a spare full bottle of water just on the side of this, because I am trying to increase my water intake, trying to be that person. The eventual plan for this place after painting and everything, I'm gonna remove this wall, though I was told I can only remove it until this point just because of the lenter, so it has to be the same height as this one. So I can only remove until there and then put in an island. So it's kind of like I'm only putting in a window, but then like at the same time it will give me an island, give me more counter space, and I think that makes the kitchen more functional, so it's still definitely worth it. Before I know, I actually am really enjoying having a lockable kitchen, so all the smells and everything stay there, because let's just go to the kitchen so that I can show it to you. So I was initially convinced that this kitchen would be absolutely amazing for ventilation just because of the door and the window being there, right? But then I realized, like, when I'm cooking at night, I don't really want to keep the door open just because of mosquitoes. During the day, there's so many flies, so it just becomes a bit problematic. So actually, I'm going to be getting an extractor hood, and once I get the extractor hood, then I shouldn't be worried about opening up this wall into the living area. So this is the electrical box that I want to move, because as you can see, it is under the cutoff point for the ceiling, so it will have to move up. And the electrician, because these guys were here when these houses were being built, so he doesn't have to dig in to tell me that the electrical lines come from the foundation, they come from down and not from up. So moving that will be its own project, and then removing the wall. But I'm low-key like in love with this pantry, so I kind of don't want to give it up, but at the same time, an island just gives me a lot more storage space, a lot more functionality. So yeah, I did finally end up cleaning the kitchen. I cleaned every single one of these shelves, and I am so excited that I can actually like make use of them now. So yeah, pretty happy with what this is now, but I'm really excited to paint it and then eventually get rid of it. So even now, like, I could be practicing by keeping the door open, but then I really enjoy having all the smells trapped in here. So I'm really enjoying having a closed kitchen for now, and then an open one later. Also, it did seem initially like this fridge was just way too big for this kitchen, but I feel like it fits in perfectly now, especially with everything like arranged and in its place. It definitely works. As you can see, it opens up without an issue. Right in front of the dishwasher that is actually going, so hopefully it's not making too much noise. can actually pause that for now. So yeah, I did attempt to clean these upper shelves, but then like some of this newspaper has just been there too long, so it's sort of like really like melted and glued onto this thing. So the plan for this is to remove it, add a shelf there, add 2 doors to close this area off. That side will remain open, and then paint it white and put it back. So when we're doing all that is when all these newspapers will come out. But then I did like scrub and make sure everything that's there is clean. So yeah, this is how I'm making use of it for now. It is sort of a temporary pantry and I love it. And also I will mention that the plan was to get like 1 million glass jars like this, right? But then I watched Miss Kenya's video and she mentioned that the glass jars aren't exactly airtight, and I don't want my powders and things getting spoiled because they're not in an airtight container. So I decided until I can afford to invest in these jars, and these are 1,000 bob each, and I need at least 10 or 15 of them, so it is definitely a bit of a process. Yeah, so until I can get those, I will just be using these 2.2 liter plastic jars, and I kind of like the symmetry, like I like the vibe that they're giving. So yeah, every time I go to a supermarket I look for the ones with the white or gray lids. They haven't really been in stock. They have like purple and black and blue lids, and I'm just not into that because I don't want it to be like multicolored. I'm enjoying having them all being the same. So yeah, so what I love about the carpenter that I used is that he'll work with you whether you want to use a quarter board of wood or half a board of wood or full board of wood. So I didn't have to pay the 3,000, 3,500 whatever for like the full block of blockboard. This was half a block of blockboard, and it got us the 3 shelves and the backings, and he brought like everything here. He didn't like, you know, keep the scraps for himself for a different project, and I really respect that. He is a person whose details are down below, and that reminds me of this. So he actually put up this privacy fence for my neighbor, and I absolutely definitely need one of those over here. And it's not expensive, like it's not expensive to do. I think like 20,000 should be able to do it all the way down to the master bedroom side. I don't want mine to be quite as high because I do enjoy having direct sun in my kitchen, and I low-key want it to be green paneling, so I'm thinking I might just put the fake grass up there as well, and then like paint down here white, so all the stone becomes white. And I feel like that's a vibe that will make me feel a bit more beachy, a bit more coastal. And up there on the fake grass, on the green part, I'm gonna have the fake flowers as well. So here, nothing much to show, just that it definitely needs a repouring of cement to just like even things out. I do like this pattern that they have on the walls. I wish they had done it on like all the walls. That would have been cute, but they didn't. And yeah, I just feel like if I can redo this cement and have it painted white, that will give me all the beachy vibes. That will make my heart happy. Definitely want to replace this tank. So this tank is its own conversation. It's 3,000 liters, but the way it's built, it takes up so much space, whereas my uncle's 5,000 liter tank is a little bit taller but the same width as this. So I definitely want to be replacing this as soon as is possible. I'm still waiting on quotations on that to see if it makes more sense to replace this or to do the whole front area loft water tank situation. But I don't want this place to become too crowded, so I don't want this slab to move too far towards that side. But yeah, this is the outside. Nothing much to show here because I haven't arranged anything. This was a dumping ground for things, so I just took out the trash yesterday. Lots of plastics gone. Just also, I do have a bit of a snail problem, and that's something I'm looking for a permanent solution for. So if you can see these white lines on the ground, that's where the snails are walking, and sometimes I just so many out here, which is why I have the salt along my door right here just to prevent them from entering, especially when I'm not around. Because initially when I would come back, I would find them like in the sink and just like they've taken over this area, and it's just so disgusting that I don't want to deal with that. If you have any ideas for like a permanent snail solution, I do know that I can use beer to trap them, but I also weird just going into a shop and like buying beer, so that's not me at all. So yeah, I think I might have to just suck it up and do it, you know. The idea is that I want to replace this with a double sink, and I'll have one of the sinks starting over there. So I want to practice not being able to use that side and being able to use this side, so I can actually put my chopping board here and like make use of it, and I just have a lot more workable countertop space. So this makes more sense for me. And also having the oven up here removes it from being over here, so I do have a bit more workspace here. But in the long run, this isn't really gonna be enough, so I definitely still need the island over there. And also all of this is getting replaced, so I'm not even gonna show you the cabinets because the state of them is just, it's not good. Until I paint it, I'm just not stressing about the little things. But yeah, this is my kitchen so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so now onto the corridor. This area hasn't had that big of a change, so I did have the shelves put in when I moved in, but I have finally like arranged them, styled them. Pretty happy about this. So my washing machine is still here. This whole wall is going to be green, including the shelves, including the backing, so really excited for that paint transformation. This is the shower area, nothing to really see there. This is a toilet as well. Oh, also my amber bottles finally came in, so these are plastic pump bottles from Amazon, so I do just have my hand soap in here. I did try to put some in there, but then I realized that it was dripping and just like leaking all over the floor, so thank god there's a drain over here, but then like that is definitely going. Also, I do want to get like a mirrored cabinet for this place, but then like it's not really an emergency, so I'm not really rushing into getting one. The one that I really want to get is for the master bedroom. I do have a hand towel here. Like I said, I was expecting guests. This is white and beautiful and perfectly clean, which is why I love it. Yeah, so this is the third room. Haven't done much in here. Things are this is supposed to be like the closet and whatever, but then like I honestly just haven't had the time to care about this room. I have been using that bike a little bit more just because it's a bit more accessible. My clothing rack is here, my clothes are here. Still haven't arranged those properly, so they're just like overstuffed in the master bedroom, but I do need to get more hangers for me to actually spread things out, so I'm not really beating myself up too much about it. My giant dresser is here. Absolutely love it. Cannot access the clothes in it right now, so yeah, I'm excited to get all of those on hangers. This is all stuff I need to deal with, so like the dishes I need to wash and decide if I'm keeping or like getting rid of the plastics. Yeah, it's just a normal regular room. I'd actually intended to use this as my studio, so to have like a table here sitting there and then that as my backdrop, but now with the shelf being there, I feel like that's just the perfect place for it. And I do prefer to film on my couch anyway, so when we're doing like the sit down videos, it's easier for me to just set everything up there. What I have brought in here is my deep freezer, so I was actually thinking of getting a socket put on this side specifically for the deep freezer, but for now I have extension cables, especially when I'm not around. I'll just extend it because the socket is right there. I'll be able to keep this on, keep my fridge off, and this is just a perfect corner to like tuck it into. My vacuum also lives here. My vacuum decided not to work again after it was fixed, so the guy is still trying to see if he can fix it, so I don't really know where to go from here. Maybe take it back to Ramtons, maybe just buy another one, because I actually do still low-key have faith in this type of vacuum. But yeah, clearly I I need a solution for that. So this has sort of turned not really into the junk room, because honestly the only things that are here are plastics and plates, and that I need to sort out. So it's not going to remain this way forever, and I'm not adding more things into this house, so more things are not going to be coming in here. But yeah, this is sort of the abandoned room. And you can see even here the ceilings are still ridiculously high, because this is the height of my face, and it's like 10 feet, which is so cool. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Now onto the guest room. So this is the one room I'm going to be the most happy to paint. This one and the master, like basically all of them. Like paint is definitely the next thing on my list. I do keep this door open just to allow natural light to like flow into the corridor, otherwise it's quite dark without it. So this is what I was saying, that I can stand here and actually look all the way to the gate and actually see if someone is knocking here or if they're knocking on the neighbor side, because sometimes you can't really tell. So if I'm expecting someone, I'll just leave the gate open, but sometimes people do come unexpectedly and they end up knocking, and I can just peep from here instead of like going all the way around to open the door and blah blah blah. So yeah, for now, since I have no guests, I've just like dumped all my clothes in here. I do need to arrange this. Not much has changed, but I have decided to put in the rattan whatever material this is, rug. Pretty sure it's not rattan, but yeah, the sisal rug. This is the side shelf that's here because the bigger one did go into the master eventually. Yeah, so this little side shelf. This one I've actually been trying to like arrange my makeup in here, so I'll just give you a quick glimpse at that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming along. Also I did add a mirror. I felt so bad that I didn't think to put this in when I had guests, because it would have been very handy for them. But yeah, it's there now. I do need to sort out this curtain situation, because if I can have shears on this curtain, it will make it easier to be leaving this door open, because I can open it more and more light can come into the corridor. So that is definitely something I need to look into quickly. But I do want to remove that curtain box as well, so it's just still a work in progress. Found that shoe rack in the third room, decided to bring it here for my guests in case they want to like put up their shoes or whatever. So yeah, pretty happy with the size, pretty happy with everything in it. It's not a bad room, you know. So before I move on to the master room, this is sort of the middle corridor area that has the heater that is now working. I have finally gotten this fixed, and for some reason I'm still too scared to have top time. I don't know what I'm afraid will happen, but yeah, I need to get over that fear and actually soak myself in the tub, because I've been very stressed out and I feel like it could help. But yeah, this is the heater working socket. This area is no way arranged. This is the one section of like low-key given up on, and I'm just not gonna be bothered. Like, it's just not with the stress of arranging it, because I low-key kind of want to put shelving here, but I don't want it to be too much, so I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And we come into the master. So this is not the brightest room ever. So as you can see right there, I do have my ring light, because I do use it as sort of like a bedside table lamp. It is squeezed underneath the bed usually, but for now I do want it to brighten up the entire room, because this light is relatively dim. So pretty happy about this. So my grandma carpet ended up coming in here, and I absolutely love it just because of the different tones and textures. So like, this is a weird woodsy texture, this with the grandma theme that I'm loving, this wicker basket, and then my duvet. I feel like they all just go together. They complement each other really, really well. So I was really happy to have this come here. I'd initially thought that I would have the shaggy carpet that you can see here being my main carpet here, and I even actually thought about putting it underneath the bed to like come through this way, but then I don't like walking on carpet with shoes and ending up having to leave my shoes over here, then entering bed, then having to come all the way here when I want to go to the bathroom, because I always use shoes in the bathroom. It just became a bit too cumbersome. So yeah, this is the current state of the master, and I'm not mad at it. So as you can see here, it's not a bad size master. It's actually quite a big room, and I'm really happy about that. These closets feel endless because they're so tall, and I'm so excited to get this fixed. So one of the things I really want to do is like change the railing system. So I want to have those rails that come down and up there, and then a second one here, and then like shelving to divide them, and just, it's gonna be a whole thing. So all of these clothes will no longer be fully stuffed in here, but for that I need new hangers, and hangers get expensive. So the day I have 6,000 bob to spend on hangers is the day I'm gonna do that. But for now, this is okay. Shoes are here. This isn't styled in any shape or form. My heater is here in case I get cold, so this can move to the sitting room when I have guests. Like my grandparents, when they were here, I put it in the sitting room in case they got cold. But since I'm just here on my own, whenever I get cold, I just come to bed and turn it on, and I'm good. So yeah, this duvet is the one that I got on Nairobi Experts Marketplace, but the guy said he bought it from Mr. Price, and I absolutely love it. This is the same bench that was there in Lower Kabete. It does have a lot of storage space inside it, still not arranged, still haven't fully decided what I want to put inside it, so I'm just leaving that there. This section has sort of become my landing area, like my going out area, so I don't have a console table out there because I have one in here. So I have my mirror, I have my mom's perfume here. I found that she still had half a bottle left, so I just keep it out to like make me happy. I have hair stuff, I have earrings, I have shades, I have hand sanitizer. I just have all of that stuff right on top, and then I'm going to be arranging this cabinet so that it can actually hold more of my everyday, like day-to-day things. This little basket here has all the unopened products that I still have, so there's a lot of stuff that I haven't opened yet, and I'm excited to get to use those because I was removing them from this, like clearing this out because all my makeup was in the top level, unopened things in the bottom one, so I'm sort of trying to clear this out to like repurpose it. My makeup case is right there, so whenever I need to do my makeup for YouTube, pick it up, go to the sitting room, do my makeup. This is a 3-tier shelf that I got on Nairobi Experts Marketplace as well. This is the same mirror from Lokabete. My TV finally got it mounted, which is so exciting. So yeah, I can actually watch it from bed now, which is amazing. Love it, love it. But I rarely watch TV in bed actually, so yeah, I'm trying to make it more a part of my life to justify having it mounted. But even having it mounted wasn't expensive, so I mean, it's fine. This is that side table thingy that I had gotten that was a perfect height for the bed, so I am still using it, still loving it. And yeah, the only thing in here is that I want to paint this wall black because I want it to be like super dark and just like moody, but then like everything else will be white, so it will be a little bit contrasty, and I'm not the biggest fan of contrasty, but I feel like once I style everything it will be fine, you know. So yeah, everything else white, clean ceilings and black wall. But for now, pretty happy with the way this has turned out. That little plant has gone in the corner. And the bathroom. So with the bathroom there will be a few changes, so nothing too major yet, but the bathtub I did try to fix the cracks, and that silicone that I got can only do this much, and I think that's part of the reason I'm sort of hesitant to like use a bathtub, because I don't want to like use it and then water goes somewhere that it's not supposed to. But the silicone has covered it up, it's just that the darkness is still showing through, but the cracks no longer exist, right? So pretty happy about that. But yeah, I need to replace this shower head over here, because now that the heater is working I can't get hot water out of here, so I don't necessarily need to get the instant shower if I can get this hot water tap to be working. But I do need a shower curtain if I'm going to be having showers here, so that's one thing I need to invest in. I will be getting a proper vanity area here, so I do want to get like the Vassal sink, and I do want to get a waterfall tap and cabinets. But before I do that, I will be getting from Builders, they have this beautiful wood grain tissue holder. I love it. Definitely getting that, getting the wooden toilet seat cover, and then I can get the medicine cabinet so that I can know what tone of brown I want to stain it, just so that everything matches. But I want to get a really tall, like I want to make a really tall medicine cabinet, so I'm excited about that. But for now I do have this little shelf here, and it is a makeshift solution that I am absolutely loving. I just think the products look so pretty over there, so yeah, I'm kind of trying to talk myself out of getting a medicine cabinet when I only have like a week left in Nairobi really. But yeah, I think everything just needs to be postponed to the new year to like stop stressing me out, give me time to build an emergency fund. But yeah, progress has been made and I'm happy. I hate that my bubble bath is still full when I literally wake up with a headache, so I am stressed and I could use a bath, but I'm terrified. I don't know why. I'm just terrified. And I treated myself to pink tissue to like low-key make myself feel better about like everything that's happening. But so far, not bad. Also, the walls in this place will be the same navy blue as in the sitting room, because I do want like a darker vibe in here. I know white will make it look like bigger, brighter, opener, whatever, but I do want darker vibe in here. I do want like fake plants and all of that, so I cannot wait. I can't wait to paint. I feel like I can only truly feel like I've moved in properly after I have painted. Okay, so my renovation plan for this place is obviously going to get the curtain rods. That's definitely important. New curtains, definitely important. But I also want to push this wall back. So I showed you the wall from the outside, but like from this inside, I want to push it all the way back there. Still leaving room for like putting in a window and whatever. But I do want to make this room bigger, because I do want to make this place like close off this closet area. So adding all of this plus all of this up until here, turn this into a bathroom for this bedroom, so that this one can become an ensuite as well. This is the guest room, and then now that I will have made this room bigger, I can add closets on this side, so it wouldn't be taking up too much of the space from this room, leaving this room functional, that room ensuite, and then having the common area bathroom and toilet. Also, a shorter term plan is getting a cabinet over here, because a floating cabinet, because I love that it has a drain over there. So any water that pours around here can definitely just drain itself away. This house will never flood. It has drains literally everywhere. But yeah, that is the plan so far. So if I push this wall back, then I can have a closet system here, and also pushing the wall of the bathroom back so that I can have a bigger bathroom, having a longer vanity, like bathtub comes on this side, shower, standing shower on that side, and toilet on the side. So just the whole thing is a bit of a project. I feel like that's gonna take in quite a few funds, so that's definitely a future plan, and I'm hoping it actually does add to the value of this house, and also not even just the value of this house, but even the rental return, because this can't be the only house in this estate that rents for 100,000 shillings, because it's 3-bedroom 3-bath. Yet that is sort of what I want it to be, so I don't want to be like sinking money into something that I'll never get back. But at the same time, I feel like it could be a fun project, even if I end up staying here until I'm 50, you know? I do know the houses in this area, like in other parts of Syokimau, that rent for 70, 80,000 shillings. So why can't this house be one of them, even though my neighbors probably rent theirs for like 13? So it's all about trying to find that balance. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about the short-term plans and the long-term plans. A lot of things will be changing. Okay, so we are back in the sitting room, and I think we're just gonna end this video here. The most important thing for me right now, like coming into the new year, step one is paint, because now I want this paint to feel a bit more like me. So that's the first project we're going to take on in January. I am going to be doing like one big project per month. So paint, that is a end of January project. And then I low-key want to restuff these cushions just to make it a bit more comfortable. So like the couch cushions need to be restuffed. I want to expand it. So that's one of the smaller projects that I'm going to prioritize. Getting the mirrored cabinet also should only cost like literally 3,000 shillings. So I'm really excited about getting that done. That is a video that will be coming. I had actually planned to do a bunch of DIY videos, but then I ended up realizing that getting a professional to do it is affordable. So I want it done right instead of just wanting to do it myself. So yeah, I would definitely encourage you to do that as well. Again, everyone that I have used for electricity, for carpentry, for all of it will be down below, except for the fence people who are horrible. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the video here. Oh, also one thing that I did want to mention is that I think this wall going is more important to me than that wall going. So I think I will actually be knocking down this wall before I expand the kitchen, just because I really like, I sit here and I can hear the breeze, and I wish I could feel it more than just having the windows open. So yeah, I definitely want this wall to go. I want it to just cut until somewhere here, so that even that glass doesn't leave me feeling exposed when I'm sitting on the couch, you know? So yeah, really excited to have this wall gone, but then I have to fabricate the doors in advance. Like I want everything to be on site, so the day they demolish the wall, they're installing the doors and there's no like security risk, you know? So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here. One of the plans also is to get the island to be the same length as the wall. So before that wall comes down, I will have the island separately built, just because I want to like practice having it in the space. So it will be a movable island with lots of cabinets. So I will be using that as a makeshift dining table. But all of those are plans for next year. This year I literally just want it to end. Like I'm so over the year, it's not even funny. So yeah, I am going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.